Neurotics aren't born, they become neurotics. In the main, the formation of such a person, like anyone else, occurs from childhood, when the basic behaviors are established. Then each communication experience, in private or professional life, can aggravate the condition. Neurotics are people who are constantly worried about something, they have sudden mood swings, problems with self-esteem. But neuroticism is not a disease, you can get rid of it with the help of a psychologist. What are the signs of neuroticism? Can such a person be helped and what should be done? Let's talk about it. Neurotic tends to look flawless in other people's eyes, can seem very caring and insanely charming. Someone else's opinion will be far more authoritative for such a person than its own. The question of how it looks will be asked to all friends, colleagues at work. And if these people do not approve, the confidence of such a person will take off like a hand. Mood swings. Such people are characterized by jumps of emotions and moods. During the evening, the interlocutor can be several times offended and withdrawn. You were late, you didn't agree, you didn't react the way you did, he's going to go back and forth in his head for a long time. Any deviation from the imagined scenario is perceived as an insult and humiliation. With time and maturity, it becomes a stable pessimism. Self-estrangement. A person either does not accept himself as he is, in every way criticizes his appearance, intellect and is generally dissatisfied with the way life is formed, or vice versa, exalts his image and believes himself to be an ideal. Accordingly, self-estrangement flourishes in the self-loathing, and narcissism flourishes in the exalting. Barely says no. A very useful skill for any harmoniously living person is the ability to say no. For neurotics, it's an unimaginably difficult task. He is endlessly tormented by the thought of the impression he makes on others, of whether he will hurt someone with his refusal, of whether he will be loved if he suddenly becomes uncomfortable. Even if he knows he's being used, he can still agree to help a man. Restraint and tension. The stiffness and tension are always felt by such people. They even look visually clamped. They often look down. Neurotic likes to see himself as a victim and think the world is against him. Absolute lack of self-confidence, hidden and manifested anxiety and fear about people and the world, lack of trust in people, inability to enjoy life. This inability causes the person to try to enjoy negative emotions of people. Hard to make a choice. For a person exposed to a neurotic way of thinking, choice is a real challenge. After all, he can almost never answer himself to the question what I want. He can appeal to others, endlessly checking with them, and whether he made the right decision and chose. At the restaurant, he'll be waiting to order everything and choose the same thing as the others. It is not possible to buy clothes without the help of a consultant or friend for him. After all, he has no skill to build on his own taste and decision. Counter question. There is a very clear verbal marker that gives your interlocutor neurotic tendencies. He cannot answer the question clearly, simply and clearly. He can ask the opposite question, maybe start making excuses and telling more than he's asked. Waiting for courtship and gifts. The inability to love and create healthy relationships, the constant craving for the possession and submission of a partner to himself. A person either for a long and painful attachment to someone, or constantly breaks all relationships at the very beginning. It also includes the manic persecution of a person wherever he is, the mania of infidelity, constant resentment, fear of attachment, etc. To neuroticism as a trait of the personality does not grow into neurosis, follow several rules. More rest in nature. Neurosis is an urban disease. The flurry of life causes anxiety. Review the environment. Try to be around positive, confident, strong people. Eliminate emotional garbage, avoid people as victims. Solve problems as you get. See a psychologist for trauma analysis. Neurosis does not occur by itself, it is preceded by a specific psychological problem, unprocessed emotions, experiences. Neurotic craves love and attention. Rational ways must be found to meet that need. Pity is a destructive form. Neuroticism, which prevents a person from living normally, requires recourse to a psychotherapist. We need to work in 3 directions: the formation of adequate self-perception in humans, getting rid of the inferiority complex, The formation of a sense of security. Neurotics are very vulnerable, often due to an unmet need for safety. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts about neuroticism in the comments.